Hey everyone, it's Stan Heller here with VectorVest Canada. And despite increasing volatility, our Canadian stock market has been surprisingly robust, even hitting a series of new all-time highs just in the last few weeks. Still, an extended market and recession fears has investors thinking about how they can add more safety to their portfolios without sacrificing too much on the returns. ETFs are ideally suited for this purpose. They offer several advantages, the most important being instant diversification. So rather than investing in a handful of stocks, you can buy one ETF that gives you exposure to many different stocks within a sector, a commodity, an index, or a particular theme. In this video, we'll look at 4 income ETFs and 3 index ETFs that could bring a measure of balance and safety to your portfolio. So the first one we'll consider is CDZ, iShares Canadian Dividend Aristocrats. Diversified exposure to high-quality Canadian companies that have increased ordinary cash dividends every year for at least 5 consecutive years. That's the definition of a Canadian dividend aristocrat. And you can see the top one-year price performance among the holdings over here in a quick test that I've done in the VectorVest software, looking at the return from point A to point B. It does not include the dividends, so very, very nice return on these top 10 holdings. And the overall one-year total return of CDZ is 18%, and the 3-year total return is approximately 12% ARR. The next income ETF that we'll look at is VDY, Vanguard Canadian High Dividend Yield ETF. This one has 60% exposure to the financial sector, so just be aware of that concentration, but very low management fees and a 3.2% current annualized dividend yield, and it's paid monthly. The 1-year total return approximately 32%, and 3-year total return approximately 15.9%. Percent ARR. So very strong 1-year and 3-year performance. These are the top 10 1-year price gainers among the holdings of this ETF. Next is HAL, Horizons Active Canadian ETF, and it invests in major North American companies, so Canada and the US, with above average dividend yields. And it does hedge the U.S. currency to the Canadian dollar. 2.8% is the current annual yield, and it's paid quarterly. It has a 1-year total return of approximately 26% and a 3-year total return of 12.8% ARR. And these are the holdings over at the right. Some banks, you can see 3 of them there, TELUS, and some energy plays as well. That's just in the top 10. Next, we have ZDV, BMO Canadian Dividend ETF. This one targets quality companies using a rules-based methodology that considers the 3-year dividend growth rate, dividend yield, and the payout ratio. And it's looking for income and growth with lower volatility than the market. It has currently a 3.6% annualized dividend yield paid quarterly, and it has the 1-year total return of 24% and a 3-year total return of 11.7% ARR. And these are some of the holdings, the 1-year best price performances among the holdings, and some very recognizable names in this group as well. So those are the income ETFs, and to create even more balance and safety, we can use index tracking ETFs. We've got one to track the TSX 60. It's the Horizons TSX 60 index tracking, and it's looking at those TSX 60 large cap companies. Has a 1-year return of 22.3% and a 3-year return of 17.3% ARR. Next is XSP, iShares Core S&P 500, Canadian hedge. So very similar, of course, to the SPY and the SPX on the US market. 500 US large cap companies are being tracked here, and the 1-year return 15.8% and a very stellar 3-year return of 18.4 annualized rate of return. The XQQ is the NASDAQ 100 index by iShares. And again, the top 100 large non-financial companies, some would call the Qs sort of the technology index. They are the non-financial companies. 1-year return 15% and a 3% or 3-year return of 31.7%. And again, you can see the quick tests that I've done on these 3 ETFs. The 1-year quick test, the basket of 3 has returned 17% in that previous year, and the 3-year returned 67% or 22% annualized for the basket. Very strong results with each. And in VectorVest, we can analyze and track the ETFs in a watch list, in our watch list viewer. We just choose one of our groups or create a new group and add a watch list to that group, and then add the symbols. Once we have the watch list with the symbols, we can create a search that will allow us to do a back test that I want to show you in just a quick minute, how we can improve on just the buy and hold of these ETFs in a very simple way. So here is the results that I'm going to show you in a minute with our back tests. You can see I'm using the green light buyer methodology or timing system so that we're only buying stocks when we have a green light in the price column and holding them until we get to a confirmed down call. That's the red arrows to the downside. We sell all the ETFs that we're holding at that time and buy them again or start buying them again on the next green light. Very simple system, and it actually had the best return of all the different systems that I tried, and it certainly outperformed the buy and hold at 14%, and selling on the green or selling on the confirmed down calls had a better annualized rate of return, but most important, a far better maximum drawdown. So I'll just quickly show you how to set this up so you can test it out for yourself. But these are the results that I found. The green light buyer timing signal, the very best one. So I've opened up Canada just to show again the viewers. Here is the watch list viewer under the viewers tab. This little drop down arrow beside the page is where we would set up our new group if we wanted to use a new group and a new watch list. I've already got a group called Essay Ideas, and I put this watch list of ETF balanced income and growth ETFs straight in there. You'll notice when I click on new watch list, just as it does with the new group, it opens up a new drop down menu, and we just type the name of the watch list in there, click on add, and we've got our name and our group all set up. The symbols, we just add them using a comma to separate them as we type in the symbols. And I can click on enter or click on the add button, and we've got our 7 ETFs in this watch list. And the most important indicator in VectorVest for ETFs, in my opinion, is the relative timing indicator. It's the indicator which lets us know the current trend. It's on a 0 to 2 scale, so anything above 1, we know that we're in an uptrend. We do need to look at the graphs to determine the slope of the trend and whether we're still going up or starting to roll over or even in a downtrend, but we've been above 1 here with these ETFs, so we know we've been in an uptrend. And there's our dividend information, the dividend yields. Again, we've got the income ETFs where the yields are quite strong, And then two of the indices also pay a small yield, the XQQ and the XSP. And so that's the dividend yield that we see there. And then the volumes, for the most part, these are all very strong volumes. HAL not as strong as the others at 12,000 average volume, so a little light on the volume. But again, the market makers, make sure the trades go through and just watch the bid and the ask and use a limit order to get the price that you want to pay when you're buying and the price that you want to get when you are selling as well. So with our watch list all set up, we can go to the Unisearch tab, and here I've done the same setup using the drop down arrow beside the page here to set up a new group and a new search. So I've just called the group the SA searches, and the Unisearch is the ETF balanced income and growth. And under the parameter, we choose stocks, filter by watch list, then the operator is equal to, and under value, we choose the watch list that we just created, balanced income and growth. And when I run the search, we should see all 7 ETFs, and we do. So there we go. And then we go to the backtester, and we can backtest the different searches. So I initially set up a backtest for simply buy and hold, no market timing, no stop criteria, just buy them on day 1 3 years ago. That was March 22nd, 2019. And 14% annualized return, compounded rate of return 12.9. But the max drawdown was 34%. That's from this peak before the COVID collapse. And there's the COVID pandemic taking its toll on the market at that time. That was a 34% drawdown. Using market timing, the green light buyer, and I'll show you this setup, we were able to increase our overall gain. The percent winners is lower because we are selling on the confirmed down calls. We buy on the first green light after a confirmed down call. You can see the green triangles, so we're buying very early on and basically holding until the next confirmed down call, and then we sell and start buying again as soon as the market turns back up and we get a green light. So we're in pretty early after these confirmed down calls, but it helps us minimize the drawdown such as we saw here with the COVID collapse. So I'll just set this one up so that you can see how it's done. So I'll click on Edit, and we give our backtest a name. This is the balanced income and growth, buy and hold, green, but we're going to use the green light buyer. So we can actually take off that buy and hold because we are going to be selling on the confirmed down calls. The account settings, I just used $100,000 initial investment. Commission, we don't pay typically with Canadian brokers. We don't pay to buy the ETF. Some brokers still do charge a small commission to sell your ETF, but I just put in $1 per commission so we can track the number of trades, and we click OK. Everything else is fine. And then we'll click on customize our trading system. You do need the auto timer, the auto timer Genius for the market timing. That if you don't have the auto timer, you won't see anything light up here in the market timing. So that is, you can take a free trial if you don't have the auto timer. Try it out. I think you'll find it's quite useful, and you'll see why when we run this back test. But we're going to use the green light buyers. So when we have a green light in the price column of the color guard is when we would buy, and we'll sell all the ETFs that we have in our holdings when we get a confirmed down call. The most conservative signal to get out of the market. And then automation rules, again, we're going to go to cash on the confirmed down call, not opening any new positions until we get the next green light. Should have just quickly shown you the settings. 7 positions, that's the 7 ETFs that we have in the watch list, so that'll show up in our search. And again, that search is the balanced income and growth. 7 settings, and we don't close any open positions, and everything else is pretty much the default settings. And we're going to cash on the confirm down, so I'll click finish. I've set the dates here to a 3-year test, March 22nd, 2019 to current, and I click OK, and once again you can see the equity curve. So pretty nice equity curve. We still did lose some ground during that COVID collapse, but overall very strong results, and I think these ETFs can help you with safety and still deliver some really strong returns. As you see here, you can add selected ETFs to an existing portfolio of stocks, or you can create a new portfolio and manage the ETF portfolio on its own. So with that, we'll close up here, just going back to the slides. And if you are not currently a subscriber to VectorVest, we've got a special on for 99 cents US dollars. You can give it a try. Call 1-888-658-7638. And if you like this kind of presentation, be sure to click on the like button and subscribe to our channel as we grow our viewing audience with presentations like this, and our support line 1-888-658-7638. Thanks for watching, everyone.